Right.
So we can invest a lot today behind making sure that we're bringing together the right signals to put our customers in front of their potential customers when they're in market for their products and services. That's another area where I think, we'll continue to invest behind.
Where I see an analogy to that also is from an inbound perspective. When someone raises their hand and they say, "Hey, I'm actually interested now," the statistics and the studies are around who actually gets in front of that buyer first is incredible.
Totally.
It's unbelievable to actually that those statistics are even real. 75%, you're the first person to reach out to them. They could be a laggard, but based on just them getting in front of them, they're still going to win that business. And I think one thing that is really exciting through our partnership is being able to provide the ZoomInfo asset to our joint customers in real time, so they can then use that information to restructure the data, normalize it, build segments, do lead to account matching, and then routing in seconds.
And then route it.
Yep. We were having a conversation last week with a joint customer, and the economic buyer literally on the call said it was taking them 2 to 3 days on average to route leads. And you could see my eyes light up, obviously. And I said, well,
you might as well just light money on fire.
Right. So I said, I can imagine that it would be valuable if we could do that in seconds. And he actually thought that I was kidding. And it was on a joint call with our joint teams. And we said, no, we're not kidding. We have, customers that are actually saying that for them, we thought an hour was a really long time. And then we went to seconds. But I think that had parity when you were talking about that intent, because it's very similar. It's really about getting in front of them first and getting in front of them when they want to, when they're actually in market.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the best source of intent is when someone fills out a form on your website.
Right.
That's giving you the best lead possible. Somebody says like, yeah, I just spent time on your website and I'd like you to
I'm ready. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
To not be able to get that person on the phone, in 90 seconds is like it's malfeasance. And I run this thing where, like, if I speak at a conference, I take the conference attendees and I go and fill out a lead on their website, and then I track when they respond, how fast they respond, what percentage. And by the way, I'm a good prospect now, right? Like, I'm a big company. You have every reason to respond to me.
You should probably be responding. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What percentage of the people do you think even respond at all?
Oh, I don't know. Not a high.
48% of people of the companies responded at all.
It's incredible.
So 54% of the companies are not responding to any lead that gets filled out on their website. And there are all sorts of issues that can be causing that. Right. Marketing spending all this money to drive people to the website, to get them to fill out the form. Then that's getting sent to sales. And for whatever reason, or it's not getting sent to sales, they fill out this form and there's no system or process to get that form immediately in the hands of a sales rep to call that person back right away and move it down the funnel. It's like, it's just.
Do you know why I think that is sometimes? Definitely not all of the time.
Yep.
But I think that a big role in that is all of these different technology vendors in the mix, right?
Yep.
There's 4 or 5 or 6 different systems that are basically it's intended to work harmoniously together, but they don't. And when there's marketing automation involved, there's API issues and timeouts and degradation and latency. And I think that's one of the real challenges. That when we unpack that in the enterprise, and we say why is it taking 2 or 3 days? Has never happened. That's the longest I've ever heard. But oftentimes it's a couple hours, and that seems like a lifetime. Like an SLA should be like 5 minutes. I think 60 seconds is aggressive. 5 minutes probably is there. And
you can pull it off. Right. Gives you a lot of time to get it
right. And there's multiple vendors that are performing one little small thing in that there's, enrichment, and then there's normalizing, and then there's
Yep.
attribution, and there's all of these different things that it's well intended, that the owner of that group they have good intentions.
Yep.
um and I think that's another really, great opportunity that we have jointly, by being able to integrate the data and then perform those necessary functions. Is something that, obviously the market is really enjoying. So